Hello and welcome to a very creepy report from ScienceDaily.com. This one is titled Embryo Stem Cells Created from Skin Cells. And this is published May 2nd of 2019 by the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. And researchers at the Hebrew University have found a way to transform skin cells into the three major stem cell types that comprise early stage embryos. The work in mouse cells has significant implications for modeling embryonic disease and placental dysfunctions, as well as paving the way to create whole embryos from skin cells. As published in Cell, stem cell doctor Yossi Buganim of Hebrew University's Department of Developmental Biology and Cancer Research and his team discovered a set of genes capable of transforming mouse skin cells into all three of the cell types that comprise the early embryo. The embryo itself, the placenta, and the extraembryonic tissues such as the umbilical cord. In the future, it may be possible to create entire human embryos out of human skin cells without the need for sperm or eggs. This discovery also has vast implications for modeling embryonic defects and shedding light on placental dysfunctions, as well as solving certain infertility problems by creating human embryos in a petri dish. Back in 2006, Japanese researchers discovered the capacity of skin cells to be reprogrammed into early embryonic cells that can generate an entire fetus by expressing four central embryonic genes. These reprogrammed skin cells, termed induced pluripotent stem cells, or iPSCs, are similar to cells that develop in early days after fertilization and are essentially identical to their natural counterparts. These cells can develop into all fetal cell types, but not into extraembryonic tissues such as the placenta. Now, the Hebrew University research team, headed by Dr. Yossi Buganim, Dr. Oren Ram from the Hebrew University's Institute of Life Sciences, and Professor Tommy Kaplan from the Hebrew University School of Computer Science and Engineering, as well as doctoral students Hani Benchetrit and Mohammed Jabber, found a new combination of 5 genes that, when inserted into skin cells, reprogram the cells into each of 3 early embryonic cell types: iPS cells, which create fetuses, placental stem cells, and cells that develop into other extraembryonic tissues such as the umbilical cord. These transformations take about 1 month. The Hebrew University team used new technology to scrutinize the molecular forces that govern the cell fate decisions for skin cell reprogramming and the natural process of embryonic development. For example, the researchers discovered the gene EOMES pushes the cell towards placental stem cell identity and placental development, while the ESRRB gene orchestrates fetus stem cells development through the temporary acquisition of an extraembryonic stem cell identity. To uncover the molecular mechanisms that are activated during the formation of these various cell types, the researchers analyzed changes to the genome structure and function inside the cells when the 5 genes are introduced into the cell. They discovered that during the first stage, the skin cells lose their cellular identity and then slowly acquire a new identity of one of the 3 early embryonic cell types, and that this process is governed by the levels of 2 of the 5 genes. Recently, attempts have been made to develop an entire mouse embryo without using sperm or egg cells. These attempts used the 3 early cell types isolated directly from a live developing embryo. However, Hebrew University's study is the first attempt to create all 3 main cell lineages at once from skin cells. Further, these findings mean there may be no need to sacrifice a live embryo to create a test tube embryo. Creepy stuff. And we have to thank all these guys from the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, and that comes from their paper, A Direct Induction of the 3 Pre-Implantation Blastocyst Cell Types from Fibroblasts. That was published in Cell, Stem Cell specifically, 2019, May 2nd, and holy hell, that's pretty creepy. And I look forward to all of your creepy existential questions and vocabulary terms, anything you might have. I hope we all learned something. I know I did.